All right. Welcome back to the Fatal Wrath channel. Doing something different here. This video is a message. It's a message to Kai. Now, for some of you just tuning in, you don't know who this Kai person is. Well, I'm about to tell you, and I have a personal message for him. Kai is someone who got into a Discord server that I have, and decided to be a racist and call everyone a racial slur. Now, originally, he wanted to talk about the World Cup. Well, this Discord server is about Ninja Turtles, and none of us was interested in talking about the World Cup. So we asked him, can you stop talking about the World Cup? And he kept on doing it. And we said, well, you're going to have to go if you can't stop. Apparently, he never let that go. He couldn't. And he came back calling everyone the N word. And I'm pretty sure you can figure out what that is. You wanted to take the server down. So he got a hold of a moderator's information. And using that moderator's account, he did remove nearly everyone. However, through other forms of social media and everyone's willingness to get back into the server because the server wasn't completely deleted, they all came back. And no, we don't have hundreds like we used to, but we have a pretty good amount. And the server has continued on and it has never been deleted. As in, nobody's actually gone in there and said, delete this Discord server to where it was no more. It's still there, it's still active, it isn't going anywhere. However, this Kai does not want to accept that, and he doesn't want to stop until it's taken down. Well, I got news for you, Kai. It's never going to be taken down. We're never going to give it up. We're never going to let you have it. Now, you may be able to make other accounts and get in there for a few minutes, but there's ban buttons and we use them. And we get you out of there as soon as we can. We even use a manual purging process for accounts who aren't active and just kind of enter and sit there. and don't talk, and we don't get to know them. We manually kick them out, and it keeps you out of there. Also, now we are disabling invite links, and people have to message moderators and admins personally if they want to get in and be personally invited. Meaning, unless you get invited by me, which you won't, or the other two staff members, which you won't, you're not getting back in here. Bottom line, you're not going to get back in here. No one's giving you the server, and you're not going to destroy it. I don't care how many accounts you make. You can go onto YouTube. You can jump into however many live streams I'm doing. There's a button on there to block you from viewing the channel, and I use it every time. You can make comments, and I can just remove them and block those YouTube accounts as well too. It is no big deal. You lost. You might as well stop. But if you aren't going to stop, this is what we'll do so that you can't get back in here. And you will never get back in here. And you will never do what you're set out to do. So you might as well just give up. I'm making this video because you constantly block me. You don't give me 5 seconds to talk. Well, now I have plenty of time to talk. And I can't be interrupted. So what are you going to do now? All you can do is listen. I don't really know what to say about this guy. Comes on here thinking that he can take down a Discord server. It's failed. It hasn't happened. And everyone in the Discord server is on the same side. They don't want it gone. And they don't want you in here. And they all think you got a low IQ or something, that you can't get the message to just stay out and leave it alone. You can keep trying, but we have ban buttons. We have ways to shut down invite links. And we can look at certain accounts and see what they're doing and remove enough, except for the trusted ones, to keep you out. And what are you going to do, really, if you have an account in here? Just view what we're doing? What's that going to do? That's not stopping any of my streams. That's not stopping the server altogether. That's not closing it down. All the information is still in here. So what does it prove? What does it do? So what you're in here viewing the server and watching everything. What does it do other than that? You think we're scared? We're not scared. You think we're swayed by your attempts? No, we're not. This doesn't have any effect on us, what you're doing. We're not falling for it. All your threats are empty threats. You're not doing anything. All these threats of, well, I'm going to see where you live and I'm coming after you. You know what? Go ahead. See what that's going to get you. There's a reason that there's police and jails. If you come over to any of our houses, staff members or other members, we can just easily call the police and have you arrested. That's what we'll do. So go ahead if you want to go to jail. Oh, speaking of jail, this guy, he wanted to try to sue me. This is somebody who hasn't even graduated high school and is just an internet troll. He wanted to sue me for kicking him out of the server. He wanted to talk to my attorney. He wanted to take me to court. I said, okay, you can talk to my attorney. I gave him a phone number. You know what that phone number was to? An out of state prison. And I gave him the phone number and he called it. Okay. He calls this number. He gets an officer on the phone. I don't know what prank he does. I wasn't on the phone to hear it. But all I know is he comes back to me and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you for that." I said, "What? What happened?" He said, "I'm in a lot of trouble now." I said, "Why? Did you actually call the number?" "Yeah." "It's to an out-of-state prison." What'd you think they was gonna do after you tried calling them pranking them? What did you do? Did you call them up and cuss at them? I don't know what he actually did when he called them, but they were mad. They was mad at him. He was in a lot of trouble. And he was like, "I'm gonna get you for that." Well, I'm waiting. They still haven't gotten me for that. That was a pretty good prank, wasn't it? I got you in trouble. I got you to call that place. You know, you mess with the expert, you're gonna be shown just how much deeper you're gonna get into. This last time after he kind of went away for 3 or 4 months, I thought he had learned his lesson. He comes back, he's trying this new tactic of messaging other members that don't know what went down to try to get back in. Get this, saying he co-owns the place. Dude, there's only like two owners of the whole entire server, and you're not one of them. I have another owner as such. It's like the engineer of the place. It kind of helps me put the server together and made it what it is today. But as far as ownership goes, there's like two owners, and he's not one of them. And everybody in the server knows this, or the ones that don't, you know now. But you know that he's not one of them. I know that for a fact. So with him saying this, it's a lie, and they're not falling for it. They're not giving him the invite to get back in there, you know, and he can't get back in. So he tries to message these other users to get back in, and it doesn't work. Word gets over to me that he's doing this, and I'm like, well, I gotta get in on this action. I gotta message this guy, see what he wants now. It's all entertainment to me. I can't resist. So I get in there and I message him, right? I'm also sharing my screen at the time so that everybody can see the message going back and forth, the exchange that we have. And yeah, some things were said. Yeah, some photos were shared because that's what he does. But in the end, while he was talking about his partner, A Gamer, they kind of misconstrued the name and started calling it A Gainer and kind of made it look like he was in an arranged gay marriage and that this A Gamer person was his lover. You know, when he was trying to tell me what he was doing to the server or what he was going to do to the server, he stopped for a minute and was like, what is this A Gainer? What's that? I was like, oh, it's just your marriage that you're coming on here and telling us about because nobody in your family or friends care about it, so you're trying to get us to care. And that's just kind of where the conversation went. And when we finally stopped talking, I went back in, and I don't care if Kai hears this. I really don't. Um, went back in there and I was telling everybody, okay, so basically he just wanted to come back in here and tell us all about his new love that he met and how he was going to get married to this new love and he wanted us to care about it since apparently nobody in his family or his little friendship circle what he has uh cared about it at all. Then after that I just blocked him. And every single time he jumps into any of my online streams, I just block him from the channel. And now I got this new account that he made blocked on Discord, so he can't talk to me on there, nothing. So, once again, I win. So, this guy, Kai, you need to understand. You're not getting back in this server and you're not going to take it down. Any accounts that do get back in here, we'll find them, we'll ban them. Worst comes to worst, you're going to be just viewing what's in here and it's going to be like, so what? You're not going to be able to do anything. You're not going to be able to erase any messages. You're not going to be able to ban anybody anymore because such limited people in here can ban, and those people are smart enough not to give you their login information. So it's going to be absolutely pointless to even try to do this anymore. And you just need to throw in the towel and give up. But apparently, me trying to talk to you and tell you doesn't work because all you want to do is block me after you talk to me for like 5 seconds. So this is the message. This is what I'm sending you so that you know. I'm honestly trying to help you. Okay. So use this as a tool, as a lesson to help you. That you're not going to get back in here and you're not going to do anything. Okay. You lost. We won. We can set up invite links through messages only, where we have to send out the message to anybody who wants to come in. But you try to get back in here, we won't send the invite link to you, and you'll never get back in here. Go ahead, get mad, find out exactly where I live, or anybody in the staff members live, or any of the other members live. Go ahead, find all of us. You come over to any of our properties, we're going to call the police. We're going to have you arrested for trespassing. And we have all the messages here of what you did so you can be easily prosecuted. If I were you, man, I'd work on those music skills because, oh my gosh, I can't even stand those. It's just horrible. Go back to working on your little TikToks. Go back to working on your music. That's what you want to call it. And just understand no matter what you do, however many accounts you make, however many threats you make, however many times you want to say you're going to come out here to where we live, come on out here. Like you said at one time, you was here, looked out there, nobody was there. Best you could do is say, ha ha, I made you look out the window. Yeah, I wanted to see if you were really here, but you weren't here. Where were you? Why aren't you doing anything? You sit there, you make all those threats. Come on, follow through with them. What are you afraid of? Are you going to be sent over to that prison that I made you call? Uh, you're going to go over there to where you prank called them and get in a lot of trouble to where you have to serve out that punishment too? That should be funny as hell. Is that what you're afraid is what's going to happen? Let me know. Always jumping in on my streams. Let me know. I really don't know what else to say to you, dude. You come out here to where we live or where any staff members live. or any members live at all. They're going to contact police. They're going to have you arrested. Stay right where you are, you little troll. Lack of an excuse for a troll. That's what it is. And just go get a hobby. Work on that little music career you think you got over there. Pay attention to what little followers you have. And just know that you're not getting to this Discord or anybody here like you think you are. You never will. And if you come over to any one of us in person, if you ever find us, you're going to get arrested. Even if you go to any one of our places and successfully hurt somebody bad, have fun being in prison for the rest of your life. Apparently, you don't want to do nothing with it. Go on right ahead. Murder is a capital crime. They'll keep you in there for a lifetime. Guess if that's what you want to do. I don't want anybody getting hurt in that way. But if you make that decision, Kai, that's the punishment. So go ahead if that's how you want your life to happen. There'll be people ready to catch you. Law enforcement will seek out the justice. So I would just stop if I were you. I'm probably not really going to address this situation anymore. Feel free to reread through this message or listen to it, whatever you want to do. And just know that this is the end. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to have you come in here. We're just going to block you. That's what everybody's going to do. And no one's going to give you the time of day. Anyone that does, well, they can go join you. That's fine. Did have a couple people I had to remove recently. They told us to shut the fuck up. You can have them if you want them. They can be a part of your anti legends Discord group where you talk about the World Cup all day. Oh, much fun. I'm in this group. Talk about the World Cup. Yay. Go soccer. Home team. Such an inspirational and influential group. Can't think of nothing better. Sure, you got a lot to say on the World Cup. And these guys that decided to mouth off to us, they can join you and they can talk about the World Cup right along with you, buddy. I'm sure you got a lot to say. I'm sure there's a lot to be said. Anyways, I hope this finds you out there in YouTube land. I hope you listen to it. And I hope you get a message finally, without me being interrupted, that you will give up with this whole Discord thing. Or if you don't, you'll just be blocked and nobody's going to want to talk to you. They'll give you the time of day. And I hope you understand that if you act on any threats that you have made to this community or to staff members or to me, you show up at any of their houses, law enforcement is going to be contacted. If you manage to hurt any of them in the process, law enforcement will come after you and put you away for the rest of your life. You got your whole life ahead of you, Kai. If you want to throw it away like that, you go on right ahead. They'll be waiting. It will be the end. Yep, throw away the key, never let you out again. You ever heard of life sentence with no parole? That's where you're headed. And that's what they'll give to you if you go anywhere and try anything. You'll head to jail if you trespass on anyone's property. So you might as well just stop. Okay? If you don't, I don't care. Go ahead. Get arrested. Get in trouble. Um, Try to keep on making online accounts. See if anyone's going to talk to you. You'll constantly get blocked. No one's going to talk to you or give you the time of day. If they do, I guess they deserve to be in the same group as you're in. Your anti group. You talk about the World Cup. And that's all that's going to happen. That's this little circle. It's just going to keep on going around and around and around that I've been talking about for basically the last 30 minutes. And that's all the further you ever going to get with this. You're not going to make any progress beyond that. None of us is afraid of you. We're all ready to block you. We're all ready to contact law enforcement if you show up anywhere. So stay right where you are and work on your little music talent that you have there and get a hobby. Find something to do. Because if you keep on pursuing this, chances are you'll end up in jail or just have a lot of blocked accounts online. Either way, it'll be just sitting in your room or sitting in a jail cell. You're not going to get any progress. You're not going to get anywhere with this. And the Discord server is not going to go away because you'll never gain the access of the accounts that you need to delete it. None of us is going to give you those details. You will never get it. So you might as well just stop, put it away, and not mess with it anymore, and not try to see if you can get a hold of the server and see if you could do away with it. Because it just ain't happening. None of us is going to give you the passwords. The server won't go away. You might go away to jail if you act on any of this. The server's still going to be there for people who are in there to talk about whatever games they want to talk about, turtles or otherwise. You coming over to somebody's house and committing a crime, it's not going to take the server down, which is what your goal is. So there's no point in pursuing this. You're wasting your time. Go out and get a job. Find a hobby. Do something. Because what you're trying to pursue, it's not getting done. And it'll never get done. You'll never take the server down. It will always be there. You'll either be in your room working on your music talent. Can't say that with a straight face. Or you'll be away in a jail cell. That's all that this will be, going around in the same circles. I hope you really listen to this message. I hope it gets through to you. I hope you finally stop. But if you don't, this is all that's going to happen. So either hear it in a message or see it be brought to life as you make your future choices. But decide quick because we're all tired of waiting. But we will be ready for you with law enforcement if we have to. And we will be ready to block you from any access you have getting into the server. And we will be ready to deny you any passwords you may try to acquire to delete the server. It just ain't going to happen. And you'll be in your room doing nothing, or in a jail cell doing nothing, and all while you're there, the server will be alive and well, and it won't be gone until I make it gone. And that's not going to be anytime soon. So don't worry about it. Anyways, this is what I decided to do instead of the usual podcast. Decided to send a message to Kai, and I think I said enough. He can go back and listen to it if he wants to hear it or if he missed it or wasn't paying attention or something. But this is what it is. This is the message. And hopefully you will hear it, Kai. And hopefully you'll make better decisions. If you don't, this is what's going to happen. But you will not stop this server. If anything, the server will stop you because we can contact law enforcement if you try anything. And there's always a block and ban button for your duplicate accounts. Get a hobby, find something else to do. You might as well, because there's nowhere else for you to go here. Dead end. It's over. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe.